Yo, what's going on, guys? Soul, I'm here, and now today we're going to check out what I've done so far to make my gold in BFA. Now, I've pretty much left my mailbox unchecked for the last roughly 1 week, maybe 2 weeks, 10 days roughly, I would say. So we're going to check out what I've been making gold on the previous 10 days in the auction house. So we're just going to check out my mailbox right now. Now, essentially, I have two characters that I'm making gold on. One of them is my hunter, my leatherworker, and this one is the one that whenever I'm doing 5-man farms, either I'm farming for cloth or for leather while farming for epics, and lately I've been doing the quill rats farm and the deer farm in Drustvar before they got nerfed. I'm not sure if the quill rat's been nerfed, but the deer farm has been. And whenever I do those, I usually do those on my healer, and as a healer there's not always something to do, so you can just heal, skin, and heal. So pretty much for me, I'm just healing and skinning, keeping everyone alive, but also skinning. So I'm sending all of my leather from those farms to this character, and I'm making these kind of bracers and kind of everything leatherworking. Yeah, anything you can make with leatherworking, I'm making these, and they can proc a 310 piece as well. You're making 300 item level gear, but they can proc 310, and you can sell those for quite a bit. Like right now, I'm just quick selling them for 5k each for the 310 piece, and roughly 1k each for these. So you pretty much get 1k per expulsum, which is good enough, I would say. It's a good price. And pretty much what I'm also doing is selling the raw leather and the raw bones. So a lot of the mails on this character is going to be raw leather, because I've been sending these to my bank characters, so we're going to see more of those there. But I've just been selling leather really, so we're going to check out right now. I'm sitting on 546k, but 10.284 total. So we're just going to open everything and see what we're going to sit on after this. We were on 546 roughly, so anything over... I think I'm going to get like 400k on this character in total, maybe. Maybe 400k. Maybe not that much, maybe not 400, because all I've been selling is leather. It's going to be tough to get that much from leather, but do I have to reload? Let me just check it out. Yep, I have to reload. There's only leather. These ones have been sold a bit cheaper because it started out at 5 gold per leather, and now I'm selling them at 8.5 gold per leather. So it's almost doubled in value since I started selling them, but it's good though. It's a good profit now. I just wish I didn't sell them at 5 gold each, because now I can get 8.5 each. And there we go, we've already made over 100k only on leather pretty much. Now the big gold is going to start coming in when you see my blood-stained bones. Because I think for those I'm making roughly 6 to 7k per mail. So that's when the big gold is going to start coming in, but then again there's not that many auctions of those, but there should be a good amount, like 80 auctions or something. With the bones, now you can see 1331, so it's down to under 7 gold per leather there. Bloodstained bones, 6.2k, a lot of bloodstained bones over there. Leather, oh, 1 point, yeah, same there. And bloodstained bones. We can open all of these, and we should be sitting at roughly maybe 250k gold made. Maybe 300 gold, I'm not sure. Let's just open and check. Yeah, that's gonna be the 300k mark right there. Easy. Almost, yeah, 330k. Roughly 330k made already on leatherworking and skinning alone. And another mailbox batch. Bloodstained bones. Leather. Oh, dude. Yeah, that's actually kind of good. Good price. I thought I sold those for way cheaper, because I know I sold a couple of them for 5 gold each, which would only be 1,000 gold per mail. But I guess I've already opened those, or they're further behind. So now we've opened the previous week of mails, and we're already sitting at almost 500, actually exactly 500k profit. Only on our leatherworker. That is a lot more than I thought I would have, because all I've been doing is selling leather, pretty much. Bloodstained bones, 5.3, leather, still high. Now let me just check these out. Yeah, 1521. There we go, 1,000 gold. So these ones I sold for roughly 5.5 gold. So yeah, 5.5 gold. I think I sold them for that, and there's a lot of those. That's not going to be that profitable. I should have just saved those and sold them now instead, but it's still good gold, dude, because all I'm doing when I'm farming this is healing my team and skinning. It's a very simple farm, but then again, if you have more than one skinner in a group, it's going to be pretty competitive. It's all about getting the skin first and so on. But you can also just join a skinning group and go to Sandalar, where you can step on a certain type of eggs, and those eggs will spawn those kind of vipers, I think, and you kill those, or snakes, vipers, you kill those and you can skin them. And if you're in a 10-man raid or a 5-man group, you just step on 1,000,000 eggs, then you AoE them down, and then you skin them for 2 minutes and rinse and repeat. And because there will be so many mobs, nobody can skin them in time, so it's just easier to do that as a group. We're already on almost 700k made on this character, and that's pretty good. That is actually way more than I thought. Like, I know I've been, like, leaving my mail for a long time now, but I just didn't think I had this much sales in leather. Now, these are the final ones, so we're just gonna have a couple more. We were sitting on 546 to begin with, so we have made roughly 740k gold. Like, pretty much exactly 740k. That is not bad. So now we're going to hop over to my bank character and see what I've made over there. Now this is where I do my flipping, it's where I sell all of my junk items. I've also been selling crafted gear from tailoring, leatherworking, I've been selling BoE, so there should be quite a good amount of gold. So I've been selling some sea rays that I flipped, bought them for 20, 15, 20k gold each back 2 weeks ago. And I've been slowly selling some of them, but I still have quite a few left in my bags. And more leatherworking. This one was a 310 item level piece. Leatherworking, a full side of leatherworking, another one leatherworking, a lot of leatherworking items, dude. And monolite ore. Yeah, there's usually leatherworking items or tailoring items, so we can just open those right now. On this character, we're sitting on 3.1 million, so let's just open everything and see what we're going to sit on after this mail opening is done. Now that I think about it, it might be way over 2 million, but it shouldn't be that high, dude. Oh, dude, wait. I don't think I checked out everything, because there were some BoEs being sold there as well, and some great sea rays. But we just made 1.1 million in one mail cleanout. Now we still have to reload to get even more mail, so let's do that right now. Dude. Okay, let's just check this one out. Now this, I think, no, I sold some lane snappers, okay. Honorable combatants, something, lane snapper, even more leatherworking. Now these leatherworking items, I sold them before the Warfronts came out, so I sold them for 2.2k each to 4k each, and these were the blue ones. The 310 ones, the epic ones, I sold for 6k to 15k each, and they actually sold for that price. Like this one right here. This is a lucky 310 proc with right stats, and I sold it for 20k. And that cost me nothing to make, absolutely nothing. Those green materials are roughly 20 gold each on my server. No, like 20 gold each combined. Because they're 1 gold each, you need 10 of each to make one. So 10 gold times 2, 20 gold. So it requires you spend 20 gold and 1 expulsum, and you get 1k to 2k gold back, and you have a chance of proccing epic. And mine procced epic, so I made 19,000 gold from 1 expulsum, which is a pretty good profit margin, I would say, but let's just keep checking it out. So we have a BoE ring right there, Flaming Gavel of Truth. Now I did put these up for a quick sale, because I didn't really want to wait for the Warfronts to come out, so the price might go down, so I put them up quite cheap, and they sold pretty fast. So this one was a blue again, 3.2k for a blue, I take that, 2.3k. Now here we go again, 28.5k. for a 310 item level piece. Now this I think was a leather piece with haste and mastery, which is really needed by certain classes. I don't know which ones. I think druids though, but I'm not sure. But I sold it for 30k I think, to 28.5 I got it there. And 19k again, 25k again, 3k, 6k. there was a ton of money to be made by this before the Warfronts. Now, even after the Warfronts, I still sold one piece for 11k. That was a 310 item level piece with perfect stats for 11k. And I usually sell them for 5 to 6k now. And if they don't proc, I still sell them for 1k, so you make 1k per expulsum, which is really good. And we can keep on checking it out. 2k, 3.8k. This is the worst BoE you can have. It's the wand, I think. No, it's the intellect dagger, actually. I'm pretty sure. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. And we have some more leatherworking gear. We have Great Sea Ray, monolite ore, and monolite ore. Lots of materials being sold over there. Now, this is where I made a boo-boo. I managed to put them up for 17 gold for a stack instead of pressing per unit. So I missed out on like 20k gold there because I sold quite a few of them. And I couldn't take them out because somebody sniped my items, but here we go again. More BoEs, and more BoEs, and more BoEs. So we're going to open all of these and make even more gold, so we're going to check it out right now. I had to cut the... I had to cut the audio right there because my mom had to talk to me apparently, so let's just see now. I think that was the entire mailbox, but I'm going to reload just to be sure. I'm not even sure what we're sitting on. We're sitting on 10.280k, right? And on this character we were on 3.1 million, so we have made 2.4 million by selling BoEs and leatherworking items, also some materials here and there. And that's pretty much it. I've been selling... I also sold some anchorweed and midnight salmon in trade chat, made some gold over there. But when it comes to how much gold I've made in Legion, and not Legion BFA, myself so far, I was sitting on 6 million when the expansion came out. And I gave away, after I made 400k, I gave away 400k to a friend of mine to buy him the Dune Scavenger mount, because he really wanted that mount, so I gave him the gold to buy that mount. So we have to put that into consideration. So I was on 6 mil. I made the gold that I have right now plus 400k. So I've made 13 mil minus 6, 7 mil, 7.4, 7.8 mil so far. And I also have, I bought this one for 500k, so that's going to be 8.3. I got this one, I haven't sold it yet, but on my realm it's roughly 500k right now. So that's going to be 8.5, 8.6, 8.7 somewhere. I've also bought 7 tokens. I have 6 of them left. And I've used 1 for game time. So that's going to be, I bought them for 200k each. So that's 1.4 million. So I've made roughly 10 million in BFA. And that's pure gold and these mounts right here. And the Dune Scavenger. And the TBU Scorching Straight Sword. So roughly 10 million. That's 1 gold cap in BFA, and I haven't really been farming that much. Now, yeah, sure, I've been doing like 1 10-hour session farm here and there, like every single day, but that's pretty much it. I haven't done that much. But that's how I made my gold, guys. How did you make your gold? I didn't make any from Inscription, which is insane, because that was a really good way of making gold in BFA, but I didn't really jump on that train. Alright, well, just to end this video, kind of, I'm just going to go over it once again. I've pretty much made gold cap in BFA now. I've made roughly 10 million, give or take. I mean, I've made several millions just by in pure gold, and I still have mounts left over. And I have the captured Dune Scavenger, I have the Blazing Sword, and here's the thing, I'm using this character to post some third-party auctions. Like, I'm trying to sell some meaty haunch, because when I was farming the porcupines or the quill rats in Drustvar, which I'm hoping is not nerfed, because if it's not nerfed then I definitely need to skin some more. You get tons of meaty haunch, which is something you need for feasts, but the thing is you don't need that many for a feast. I think it's 15 for a feast. We can just go and check. Yeah, it's 15 for 1 feast. But most people farm these themselves, and there's a lot of competition on the market to sell them, but I think I sold some of them for 40 gold each, and some for 30, and some for 20. So we have some males right here for the meaty haunch. I opened a few myself before this video, but I'm opening a few now just to show you the price. So I sold a few of them for 7.6k for a stack. Now that's roughly 37 gold, I think, per meaty haunch, and I sold a couple of them for 5.7. which is closer to the 26, 27 gold per like each meaty haunch. And I sold a few of those. I think I opened like 10 males before this video, and I also have 20,000 meaty haunch in my bank, 23,000 to be exact. And you can just check out my mailbox right here. There's 7 stacks of meaty haunch right there, and we have lots of meaty haunch over there. And like I have several mail pages of meaty haunch that I need to open still, but I just don't have any space in my bank or in my bags or anything, so I'm just keeping them in my mailbox for now. And you can see I've been farming the quill rats 9 days ago, because it's only 21 days left on the mail before they get sent back, so I need to clean out some stuff and maybe try to quick sell. But on my realm they're roughly 20 gold each right now, and you get like 10,000, maybe not 10,000, I think I get like 5 stacks, so you get roughly 1,000 of those per hour of farming the quill rat. I think it's 1 to 2,000, and on my server the price is currently at 15 to 20 gold each, so that's an easy 30 to 40 gold each from the quill rats per hour just by meat. But then again, you have certain realms like Argent Dawn and other realms where the meat are roughly 1 to 2 gold each, which is very horrible for a stack of meat. And this is just because there's a ton of people farming for the epics, and they just get the meat as a secondary material they get while farming. So a lot of people are selling them, but on my server I'm pretty much the only one supplying the market with these, so I can kind of control the price. But there's like 1 or 2 other people like farming them every now and then to drive the price down. But 15 gold each for the meaty haunch is pretty good in my opinion. And also all the leather you saw me sell on my leatherworking tune earlier in this video, I made, what was it, over 1 million? Over 1 mil? Or like 700k or something. I made a lot of gold by leatherworking, and the thing is, I only had skinning on my character for 10 hours of my quill rat farm, because I did farm for 20 hours in one session without having skinning. And one of my friends that I did the farm with, he was then healing and I was tanking, and he was a skinner, and he was just making tons and tons of skins. And I asked him how much he made, and I was like, I can just alter this a bit and make even more, because all he did was sell the pure materials and not really craft anything. But with leatherworking, you can either craft it into the leather bodding or whatever it's called, but you can use to not get dismounted, and I think that's going to go up even more now with Warfronts, because I think that's a material you need to deliver in the material, like in the contribution for the Warfront, but I'm not sure. But either way, it's something that's always going to be high priced on the market, because people want to use that when they're farming herbalism. They just don't want to get dismounted or dazed, so it's a good item to have. So I crafted a few of those and sold, and I sold the pure coarse leather and the bloodstained bones. And I also made some, like, here's the big thing. He never made those 300 item level bracers or feet or whatever, those 300 honorable combatants leather item pieces. He never made those. I made those, and I made hundreds of thousands of gold on those alone. You could see me selling those on this character, right, on my bank character earlier today. I got some mails for 30k gold for one piece of 310 item level, which only costs you 20 gold plus 1 expulsum to make, which is absolutely insane. So I made a couple of gold there, and the bloodstained bones on my server was just incredibly high, so it's just really easy to make some gold that way. So yeah, I made a ton of gold, 10 hours of farming for the leatherworking. I made like roughly 700k, I would say, 740k, wasn't it? You can just watch the video back and do the math yourself, but all the gold I made on leatherworking pretty much took me exactly 10 hours to make. So if you just divide the amount of gold that I made on my leatherworking tune by 10, then you get the hourly income of my skinning. But then again, all I did was heal and skin. So I could just stand there and skin all the time, because me skinning didn't affect the DPS. And when you're doing a 2x4 group of like farm group, you want to have one healer to heal the monk statue, just to give the tanks some more time to do DPS as well, because monk tanks actually have insane DPS if you just give them the time to DPS. And also the pullers or the taggers, they take some damage as well before the monk statue takes aggro. So when you have 2x4, it's just easier to have one healer, because then you can have 7 DPS, or well, 1 tank and 6 DPS. So having one healer doesn't really hurt a group that much, and you can keep people alive. And as a healer, if you're doing those quill rats, you can be pretty much just spam skin 24/7 and make roughly 50. This depends on your realm, but for me, this was 50 to 75k gold per hour by skinning, and 30k plus with the meaty haunch. So I got roughly 100k per hour farming those quill rats. But then again, That's my server and my server prices, because I know the meat, the haunchy meat, what the meaty haunchy meat, same thing. It is really cheap on some servers and really expensive on others, and mine is the most, or one of the most expensive ones for that meat. So I'm really lucky, I think, and it's really difficult to sell those, so I need to maybe quick sell some for a really cheap price. But still, I made some good gold on that, and the leather itself, it usually sells good on all realms, but then again, it depends on how many skinners you have and how many farmers you have, because for skinning, it's not really that that profitable, unless you have a good farm. Like, this would not be a good farm to do alone, but if you're in a group and people kill for you, and you pretty much slack, and you just, like, you leech off of them, basically, then it's a good farm. And what you can also do, if you see someone farming this on your realm, like a 2x4 group, you can ask them if anyone has skinning, and if not, then you can skin their mobs. But then it's really important you don't tag or attack their mobs, because you will mess up their rotation and their loot, because the loot can only be shared with 2 groups, so just don't kill anything, don't loot anything, but skin the mobs and loot whatever you skin. But don't tag anything, that also works. Or there's a farm in Sandalar. I'm not sure where exactly on the map, but it's in Sandalar. You can step on some eggs, and those eggs spawn vipers or snakes. You kill those, and you get lots of skins that way. You can do that in a 5-man farm. I think I talked about this earlier in the video, but that's pretty much it. This video is way too long already. I might make a skinning plus leatherworking only guide, but then again, I'm kinda late on that right now, because this is really something you should have done early in the expansion, and here's the thing. I didn't have skinning or leatherworking myself early in the expansion. I picked it up 9 days ago for the Quill Rat farm only, and after that I've uploaded every single video that I wanted to upload first, and skinning and leatherworking isn't really that fun to talk about, but when you're making almost 100k per hour with skinning, it's worth making a video about. But anyone who's watching the auction house, they know that these crafted items sell. And you also you know how to skin. You just kill animals and you skin them. So when you see someone doing a 5-man farm or a 2x4-man farm and they're killing beasts, you can skin those. So it's pretty simple, but I could make a guide on it. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a complete skinning and leatherworking guide. I'm hoping they actually kind of update the professions in World of Warcraft soon in BFA, so we can make even more relevant gear, because right now this isn't relevant at all, because the gear, the crafted gear, gets outgeared by warfronts so easily. You can just run around mindlessly, just do nothing, fly around and kill rares in Arathi Highlands, and get 340 item level gear. So I think for us crafters we should be able to make BoE sellable 340, maybe even 350 gear. 340, 345, maybe not world drop gear, but like 340, 345, we should be able to make it sell quite easily, I would say, because this 300 item level gear is going to get easily outgeared, and it's just going to drop massively in value because you have so many other options on how to gear right now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I made gold cap in BFA, I'm really happy about that, and yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then leave a like down below, and I will see you around. Peace out.